Good job. Go finish putting it in the hole.
I want to try another one.
The park fell out of power for some reason, so they're running frantically working on it. So we thought we would come up and try some free putt-putt. Then we'll probably do the playground.
Something happened in Jefferson, Jefferson.
Oh,
Uh,
transformer or something.
Transformer blew.
Yeah, we're in
Well, that's what
Austinburg.
they're blaming it on.
Yeah, we went to Austinburg for lunch, so.
Which is less than 4 miles away.
Yeah, it's easier to go to Austinburg for most of the stuff than it is into town, but Jefferson has grocery shopping there. Ashtabula by far has everything that you need, but that's about 11 miles, 12 miles. So anyways, one of the benefits of some of these Thousand Trails parks, they have the putt-putt golf courses. I think the best one was the one in Kissimmee that we didn't play. If you guys didn't see that video, go back and check that out.
And Sherwood had a nice one.
Yeah, Sherwood wasn't bad too.
Okay, we're going to the next one.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
So this guy just ran up that road 20 miles an hour, and now he thinks that 10 is reasonable. YouTube famous. Hashtag 5 miles per hour. What?
It's bumpy.
We're actually sweating in the state of Ohio. It's a really warm day outside. It's actually very pleasant after all this rain. And just like any other day in Ohio, it's just in time for another kind of nice day and then rain. Now we'll be leaving. Yeah, we'll be leaving during the rain. As it stands right now, we're still going to Hershey. So we'll be over to Hershey and do the show, even though they got rain in the forecast over there for a little bit. But after Hershey, our plans are, as it stands right now, no new Lake and Shore RV Resort in New Jersey, no Virginia Landing RV Resort in Virginia, no Twin Lakes in Chocowinity, whatever it was, North Carolina. Those were all free stays with Thousand Trails. No Briar Cliff RV Resort in Myrtle Beach, which that one was a pay. But what's that all mean? What's that mean for you guys? Well, you're going to see us most likely at the end of Hershey show. Pack up Ma and Paul Kettle's stuff here and start a casual trek to someplace you never heard of before.
Southgate.
Yeah, Vero Beach. We're going back to Vero Beach, and we're going there early. But we still have a lot of stuff we got to do once we get into Florida. So we don't know what's going to happen here. And a lot of that has to do with a few things. Number one, we don't know when Heidi's mom's going to need Heidi's help. So we're trying to get it to where we're actually in a position to be more flexible, and Heidi can come and go as needed. And with that thought, we also had a double down reason for going to Vero Beach, and that was Heidi has been putting off heart surgery. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. It's surgery on her heart that was supposed to be scheduled last May, but he said that we would be okay as long as her condition didn't worsen or anything happen to where new symptoms popped up. He said, take your medication. We'll revisit the whole thing, let's say next season, next winter season, next fall season. And we were telling him like November, we was hoping to be back in the area. And we were, but we just stepped it up because now Heidi's in a location that she can go have her heart looked at, and she can start the process of having her heart surgery. And in the meantime, if needed to be, as long as she recovers and everything's okay, and her mom needs her, she can take off and go help her mom out. So And in the meantime, that I can support all of that, you know. If I need to, since we're in a location that we're actually paying for our site, we can pack up, both of us, and fly. Or, you know, I can transport Heidi to an airport. She can fly into the airport. You know, our son can pick her up, whatever. And then when she flies back, I can pick her up again. You know, it makes it easier than us having our truck sitting at a location. And, you know, it still can happen. I mean, we still could do that. But you could tell that there was a lot of thought that went into this. And when we were doing the pros and cons, we wanted to go down the coast nice and slow and get to Florida. We knew that weather, you know, on a personal note, that weather was getting a little bit cooler and maybe we wouldn't enjoy it as much because it's kind of the rainy season and such. But we still was going to do that. However, with that little personal, which is hardly, you know, significant at all, that little personal reason, and then all these other major reasons, we thought it'd be smart just to go down there and stay at Southgate. So we called up the park owner, and or actually Heidi texted him and said, hey, what's the chances? And he said, we can get you in here. And so we're there. How long we're there, we're not sure. We think we know, but things can change. Nice thing is it's a good site. It's a big site. We'll have plenty of room, and maybe I can get some projects done for you guys, because I have one project that I've been wanting to do. This would allow me to do it. Basically what we're doing today is
Debbie and Roland's coming
yes,
over.
Debbie is one of our patrons, and her husband. They came and visited us when we were down in Leisure Lake membership RV resort, and they're coming up to visit us here. They're not that far away. And after that, it's pretty much get everything ready to go. We can pack up and leave, and we might do it earlier than planned. Again, you know, this is one of those things that Thousand Trails likes you to make your whole stay, but you know, I can cancel the last day and we can take off. I don't know. It all depends on the weather.
Yeah, because we're heading to Hershey.
Yeah.
So we're heading to the same weather.
Oh yeah, and I'll show you one of the reasons. Because it's been a long time, and that's us treating the truck correctly.
So this is the first time in about 3 months that we treated the truck today. We washed it up real good. It was a good car wash. So Jefferson Spa, Auto Spa, Jefferson Auto Spa, and we shined her up today because it was so dirty. But yeah, she's shining now. She'll be dirty by the time we leave. This place needs gravel.
I'm gonna tell you, it's awful good to be back in Ohio. Yeah, I haven't paid $3.89 for a while now. Gas prices are definitely coming down, and we're gonna be trucking along, so that works out good for us. I'm gonna fill up here.
So today is moving day from Tennessee, and someone asked about how we get our bikes on the back here.
There's easier ways. But seeing how we want to keep this folding as a folding tray, the only way we can keep this a folding tray is by not mounting anything too tall on here, because they make bike tire chocks, wheel chocks for bikes, and that would make it a lot easier. But the problem with that then is those things would have to become unbolted for me to fold this cargo tray up and out of the way, which we haven't been doing that recently, but at some point we'll.
If we need to.
Yeah, but this is overkill. And
it's okay, we don't have to see it in the camera bouncing around.
yeah, it's pretty sturdy. We don't ever seem to have an issue with it, so get these shocks compressed a little more.
So the links will be in the description. Or
All the ratchet straps.
yeah, for all the ratchet straps. I think we got 2 different brands now or something. Or maybe they're both the same brand, different colors.
I'll see if I can bounce them off. That'll be the testament. Well, we haven't so far, but now we got to lock them to each other and then to the bumper, which that's actually sometimes more of a chore. And then cover it all up. The key to that is lots of bungee cords that are
Adjustable.
Yeah. And a cover that's big enough. Don't try to get some little small cover that you got stretched 20 different ways.
Oh, that'll be in the description below also.
Yeah, and that cover's very nice.
It is. So, that's what it looks like when we get it all covered up.
The Christmas package is done.
Okay, Michael says the Christmas package is done. But it's Pro Bike Tool. That's the bike cover that we use. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
No, it's not. I'm just trying.
You won't see us on Facebook losing our bikes.
Pennsylvania. We're loving to Pennsylvania. We actually going through some hills. I talked about this before. That's a good thing about this GPS. You can see what you're actually dealing with as far as hills. So you can get a little bit of a run if you need. But yeah, we're actually going up to over 2,000 feet. Told Hattie to get the oxygen out. All you guys that watched us when we were out west will know what that's about. I don't need oxygen. I need it whenever we're at a 4,000 feet, 4,400 feet.
Plus, yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
Actually, 6,000 feet for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 2,000's not a big deal. And I was just telling Heidi that, you know, whenever we check out of Hershey, we start pedaling ourselves south, we'll probably just go through the Washington area, which I don't really like doing that, but and kind of go down 95 or 95. Did I get that right? 95?
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah, I think it's 95. I always forget that. I don't know why. But anyways, instead of cutting all the way back over and doing 77 again and going down through West Virginia.
Barf.
Yeah,
We did that so many times.
so many times.
It's almost as boring as this road that actually put me to sleep.
Yeah, Heidi was over there snoring. But it's this one's got up and downs and twisty turvies. It's a decent drive though. The road's
Very nice day today.
Oh, it's
Very
really
pleasant.
nice. Yeah, it looks cloudy, and our weather forecast guy back in Ohio says it's going to look like that it's going to want to rain on Saturday, all day Saturday. He said, but you're probably not going to see any rain until Sunday. Man, there's been some accidents on this road that people going through guardrails and that though that look too healthy. So
Big
we're checking.
drop-offs.
Yeah, we're checking in. We're checking in, saying hey. We've been driving today and it's been pretty quiet. It's
The roads were really nice, and then they
oh yeah. Of course, turn the camera on and all of a sudden we're in Indiana or Louisiana.
right.
Any of those two. But the road, the drive has been pretty casual and easy because of Saturday, being Saturday. It's nice country out here. It's nice looking. And every time Heidi's got to remind me because I'm like, oh, it's kind of nice. I wouldn't mind having a house out this way. She goes, yeah, until it snows. I'm like, yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, we feel very comfortable in this type of environment, and even back in Ohio, until we hear that it's going to snow.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have this deal, just let you guys know of this. I don't know when you're watching this video. If you're even thinking about that, use the link that's down in our description. Call and talk to Jim and Brandy. Just throw every question at them that you possibly can. That's what they're there for. You don't have to buy from them. They're there to educate you, to let you know, so you know if that's something you want to do or not. But anyways, one of the other benefits that you get for 1,000 Trails is you'll get emails with hot trips, hot deals. And this one was they got a really good one. October, November, and December in Yuma, Arizona, at any of the 5 parks I think that's there, Encore parks. for like $969.
$9.49, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. $949.
If we didn't have so much going on, I think that I definitely want to try that.
Let's clarify. I just said October, November, December. $949. That's for all 3 months. That's not a month. That's for all 3 months. You know, talking about getting in that's the most sunniest place on earth is Yuma, Arizona. And they've got that deal through, going into winter. That puts you out west, so you could go do the quartzite show then in January. You could go, once you cut out of Yuma, you could potentially go to another park in Yuma and use your 1,000 trails for 3 weeks. And then head off to quartzite and boondock out in the desert for a while, or go to one of those campgrounds. I mean, there's so many options, and it's a good deal to keep things cheap. I mean, these are full hookup Encore parks. This isn't like you're going to get some weird, swampy area that has an electric pole and that's it. It's a regular RV park. I mean, we stayed at that one in Yuma. That's one of them. That's one of the parks that you can stay at. So,
yeah, I would pick that one if.
Oh yeah, that was a nice one. It was in a good location.
Yeah.
We could ride our bikes relatively easy everywhere.
Yeah.
Of course, it was so barren when we were there.
But we got out.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
It was always sunny.
Yeah. It is supposed to rain this evening into tomorrow, and I think the first part of Hershey is going to be kind of a washout, to tell you the truth. Oh, I got to go to 6. I haven't gone to 6 for a while.
Gosh, I really don't want to be there if I have to carry an umbrella.
Got some people get to hear the truck engine. You guys want to hear me go to 5? I don't need to. Okay, 5. Look at that. Now 6. Now 7. Oh, I got a little run. Maybe I should go back to, I'm going to stay in 7, see if I can get a run to go up this hill. You guys probably can't see it on the camera, but we're going from roughly 1,568 feet, so the thing says, and this hill tops off at 20, looks like 2,100. So we got a little run. We're heavy, by the way. We probably are carrying about 15 gallons of water. We also have 2 6-gallon totes of water for drinking water. We do have 2 electric bikes. That cooler thing, I'm not gonna, well, I could make it. I'm still doing 67. I was trying to maintain 70. Oh, never mind, it tells me I gotta slow down to 60 anyways. But yeah, so we're loaded. We're pretty heavy. Still, it does fine. The truck does fine.
Yeah, it doesn't struggle.
No. I got so many gears to choose from.
We used to have that 95 and the 96.
95, that was,
and
you had
it was
to get a run.
like, I mean, I never drove. I wasn't the driver, but he would like stress me out.
Yeah, I tell her how it was. I'm like,
Yeah.
Boy, this thing's really struggling.
Oh, like I posted on Facebook one day, please pray for us. I think we were just going to West Branch.
No.
Or maybe Pymatooning or something. I don't know. It wasn't out of Ohio.
No, I think it was East Harbor.
Oh, okay. Well, even that.
Yeah. And that was with the F-150. The F-150 was, that truck, we were pulling a trailer that was 4,200 pounds empty, and I think we had it loaded up to, it was probably around 5,000 pounds.
The truck was getting tired.
Yeah, and the truck had like a, I don't know, 190 or 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah, it used to get like 19 miles to the gallon. It was getting like 9.
Yeah, there's something too that you guys may want to think about whenever you're choosing trucks to.
Chesapeake.
A lot of people are like, and it's true. your F-150s, if you have to have a truck that's a daily driver, and then you tow occasionally, an F-150 might be a good solution. However, and that's limited towing. However, if you're in between, you're like, well, I got an F-150, or I'm telling you, you could buy a 3/4 ton truck probably cheaper than you can an F-150. The F-150s are in more demand, so they can charge more for them, and the F-150 will get you definitely better gas mileage when empty. However, when you're loaded, you're not going to get crap for gas mileage, if you got a bigger RV. An F-150, you can get 20, 21, 23 miles to the gallon when you're empty, which is great. But if you're towing a lot, you might as well cut that number down to 9, something to that, 10 maybe. So again, this truck I could probably get, if I took it easy, I could probably average around 12. If Heidi drove it, we would probably get around 12 miles to the gallon driving it on a daily basis. But when we're towing, we're 7.5 miles to the gallon. So it drops. It doesn't drop crazy though. And then even then, I think if I was driving, this whole time I'm trying to maintain 65 basically. If I was trying to maintain 55, I'm sure I could do better. Okay, we're almost to the top of the hill. Let's see, we're at 1,868 feet, so it says, and my ears need to pop. I'm catching up to a trucker. Should we pass him? Doing 64. Wait a minute, I think I was around this guy earlier, remember?
I think so.
Yeah, how did that happen? We stopped at 8.
Oh, yeah.
So we stopped at 8. Alright, well, I'll get them around them, because you know why? I can. 6. Let's go to 6. Let's get in that hammer lane, so the truckers call it. Let's do that hammer lane. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is that a tire?
No, that's not his tire.
Oh, jeez.
I dropped it down to 5 because he was catching up to... I know you guys can't see it in the camera, but he's actually catching up to this car hauler that's up here on the right.
No, he was.
Yeah, he was. He must have hit the little bump and said, no, forget it.
This plastic thing around his gas tank was all...
Yeah, all floppy McFlopperton.
I thought, oh no, his tire's getting ready to blow.
Alright, this is all the excitement we've had today. We're going to go a total of about 10 miles, a little bit more, and we're going to arrive at our big secret location called Walmart. How about that? 2,189 feet, and there's a sign back there that said, this is the highest point east of the Mississippi. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
So that was the excitement, I guess. We should have guys kept you up to snuff there. So we're buttoned down for the night. Actually, it's not very late though. It's what, 5 maybe? Yeah, 5:15. Put the slides out. This is kind of an etiquette faux pas. I was a big proponent of not putting out your slides when you're staying at certain places. Let's go see what those certain places are. We got the air running right now. Yeah, you can tell this isn't normal. This is Walmart in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. RV Parky is an app that we use. It's free. And sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. And in this case, it said that there was a lot of people that stayed here, a lot of reviews, and they said it's quiet. It's a good place to park. They just want you to be as close as you can get to this guardrail, which is ironically at the front of the store. But you can't really see the front of the store because of this cliff. Although there are signs everywhere that says no overnight truck parking, ignore those. Just go inside and call, or go inside. Just go inside. You're going to buy something anyways. And I did put out my slides. Now here's the thing. So could somebody come through here and hit these slides? Yes, absolutely. Hopefully nobody does. But Heidi said she's going to sneak over and pick up that cone that's over there by that pole and bring it over here and put it by the end of the RV. I told her more power to her, to us, I guess, in this case, since it benefits me too. Have the generator running just to run the air for a while. It's going to go down to 51 tonight, so all that's going to get turned off and closed back up here in a short amount of time, probably within 2 hours. And I did put down the stabilizer on the, I shouldn't say the stabilizer, sorry, these are levelers on the passenger side. I lifted the airbags up to about 70 pounds to get the front end up because I'm in a kind of a weird dip. Of course, I don't drive like that. And it's nice because you can adjust these and put down whichever jack you want in a manual mode. This guy came in right after us. That guy was already here. Oh, and the other thing is I went ahead and unplugged the truck and plugged in the to run all the lights on the RV, so people maybe will pay attention. And the bikes are here solid. They didn't wiggle, they didn't move, and they're locked up, so somebody wants to try to take them. Good luck with that. I do see something I need to fix here. There we go. Had to cover up that pedal. And we did put out this slide. This slide's not so, I don't care so much because it's against this railing, but yeah. And Heidi went in. She bought some bread, some stuff that we needed, and the auto parts store just doesn't get out of her blood. So she bought me new wipers for the truck, and she already installed them. I definitely got to wipe this off. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks crappy, don't it? I think it looks crappy. It looks a little better. But I have this on econo mode right now. You can see the air conditioner's doing its job. It's already removing moisture out of the air. I did put gas in this thing. Bad decision. I'm not happy with it at all. You can smell the gas fumes. Not inside. You can just smell them though. They're just there. So the reason I did it is I didn't know how long we were going to run it. I didn't know how hot it was going to get necessarily, and I didn't want to have it to where we ran out of propane and I'd have to go get another propane tank, because I know it'll run on a tank of propane for 12 hours roughly and run one air conditioner. I don't know. I'm just sad that I put gas in it now, because it'd been nice that it never seen gasoline. However, we'll run this thing out, and then I'll hook it up to the generator to the propane tank that's about half full, and we'll run it on that if needed to be. Like I said, I think after a couple hours we're just going to shut it off. But again, we're in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. The storm's held off. It's a very scenic location. It looks very nice. There's a lot of stuff down in here, just stuff in general. Restaurants, Lowe's, which we didn't need, but in case you guys are here and need to repair something, of course, like a Walmart, but there's other stuff down there too. Oh my God, that's a huge bird up in that tree. So yeah, we're just chilling out. Let's go back in to the AC. We do have the ceiling fan running, the TV, the Alexa. Now she heard me. Both of them actually are going. I got to turn off the other one. Well, no, maybe we'll watch TV tonight in bed. The stereo. You can see it's flipping through our pictures. I do have the internet just thrown up in here. We've got pretty good connection with that MoFi. Obviously we don't have the Starlink, and I do have this plugged into, with a real long cord, a plug that runs off the inverter. So as we drive down the road, we have AT&T internet, so it makes it pretty nice. But we're cooling off the bedroom, and then I may run it back here a little bit just to knock down the humidity, even though it's not that high. I did turn off the refrigerator. We had the refrigerator running on the battery the whole time, and if anybody wants to know, There you go. We're at 100% still. Let me see if I can find 10.1 kiloamps. That's through the solar. 13.3 volts is what the battery's at. 2.2 amps is coming in, which isn't that much. So I have the converter charger unplugged. Or, I'm sorry, I have the breaker turned off. So you can't, it's not charging the battery. The battery's getting charged from the little bit of solar that's up there. And we're only running, as far as 12 volt wise, those two lights. And I should turn these off, the lights in the bedroom. I was doing something in here, I don't remember what it was. So we really don't have that much 12 volt going on. We also have a camera that's set up in the truck just for safety reasons, so we can see what's going on. And I talked about this in the past. There's another app that you can pay for. It's not very expensive. You pay once a year. How much is it anyways? Do you remember? I pay for the high definition part.
$32?
Yeah, it's like 32 bucks. And you can turn any old Android device into a security camera. So we have our phone, our other phone that we use for our live chats and stuff, just setting up in the window, and you can get an alert if there's movement. You can check on it. You know, it just works through that extra phone that we have. Is actually on a plan. Wow, that truck just came close to our slides. Woo! That was a Schneider.
Backing up.
Yeah, I watched him back up. I waved to him whenever he did, but that guy, that was what we were kind of concerned with. I just seen that trucker come through here. But anyways, that camera will do wonders. Like if we have to go to a hotel stay or something, it's nice. We just throw it up in the hotel room and tie it into the, you know, the Wi-Fi that the hotel has, and we have a security camera that will alert us at any time if anything's going on in the bedroom that's shady. That sounded funny. Oh, we got some rain. Looks like we got some rain spitting down finally. Yeah, it's actually raining, so the back of the truck I'm sure is going to get wet now.
It's going to be, just tell them it's going to be 51 tonight.
Yeah, 51. So like I said, once the bedroom's cooled off, I'll shut it off in there, and I will turn on the air in here, get it a little bit cooled off, and then we'll just turn on our fans and run those off the battery for the night. That'll pull in cool air. So that's the excitement that is going on. Yes, we do other stuff, not just campgrounds. And it's rare, but when we're traveling it's not, and I'll prove it. The next video that you'll see is us hooking up tomorrow and heading out. Driving about an hour and a half, I think it is. It's about an hour and a half, I think. Not very far. And guess what? We're staying at Cracker Barrel for the night. Yeah, we're going to boondock twice in a row. We got enough water, we should be okay. Of course, we're not going to take showers or anything like that. If we did, I mean, if we need to, we could actually. We could probably take a shower if we wanted to, real quick. We're not going to. We could stop somewhere if we need to do that. We're passing all these truck stops. We could stop at a Pilot and just pay the $3 or whatever and go take a shower that way. Never thought of that. Maybe we could have done that.
We've had enough rain.
Yeah, what's up? This is too much like Ohio. And now, don't get me wrong, it's not that it's so cold out that we need jackets.
What?
It's damp. It's like our achy muscle damp. So we had a pretty decent night's sleep. Could have been better for me, I suppose. But I did. I I went to sleep. It took me a while to go to sleep. And I'm a light sleeper. I'm like, oh, what was that? That kind of thing. I'm always paying attention to stuff. So it took me a while before I turned that off in my head. So I quit listening to people in the parking lot and employees leaving and stuff. So our original plan was to leave here and go down to Harrisburg to the Cracker Barrel, which it's about an 2-hour drive. Yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive to get there. Instead, I think what we're going to do is add a little bit of time to that. And it's kind of on the way, but not quite on the way. It's like when we're supposed to make a left, we're going to make a right and go just a little ways to Carlisle, Pennsylvania. to the Flying J there, and the reason is we're going to be
Early.
very early, and I don't want to be in Cracker Barrel from basically 9 o'clock this morning till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's only so much to do there. The Flying J, of course, if you guys have never experienced Pilot or Flying J, by far as places to hang out at or check out, Buc-ee's is by far the coolest. But I don't think they allow overnight parking. Not that I'm aware of.
I doubt it. Their parking is not. It's
not set up for it.
Yeah, it's definitely not set up for RVs.
No, it's set up for gas pumps.
Yeah.
I mean, they usually have like 100 gas pumps in a big store. But the Pilot and Flying J's are just like the Love truck stops. They're good places to stay, even TA travel centers. But like in this case, this Pilot has a dump station. They can refill propane. They have 2 pumps that are RV specific fueling pumps. So, you know, whenever you have the truck stops, you always see the truckers' pumps, you know, in that kind of island they have with like 5 or 6 bays where all the trucks can go and fuel up. Well, they have 2 of those for RVs, which that's nice. Of course, we have a Flying J fuel card, which gives us a discount for gas. However, it also gives us a discount for everything we buy inside that place. It also gives us a discount on the dump station, which we probably should use the dump station for a refill kind of for tomorrow then. But they also have RV specific parking,
which we never fit in.
We never fit in, but I looked at the map. This one's a little bit different than most. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to check it out. I did turn off the generator last night.
Plus,
we didn't need it.
We put these slides in.
Yeah, we were smart. We put these slides in before the rain, so we wouldn't have wet walls. Somebody had asked, though. They said, "Well, doesn't the?"
It does. That's a pretty decent.
Said, "Won't this do a squeegee? Doesn't this squeegee the water off?" Yeah, it does until you get like here. You know, there's always water here, and the squeegee just kind of goes over top of it. I'd rather, you know, squeegee it off, which I've got to do that to the bedroom slide before we put it in. If not, we'll have a wet floor in the bedroom. Not a big deal, but the battery. We had this fan running on 50% for the night, and we had one window open. Again, I turned off the generator. It was still hot whenever I put it away, so I couldn't put the cover all the way down over it. Hopefully it's not too wet to where I can't get it covered up, and I've got to get it. The problem with that cover is, even though it has elastic on it, it's very tight. You still have to run a bungee cord around it, because the vacuum that's created between the trailer and the truck, in the bed of the truck and behind the bed of the truck, is pretty great going down the road. It'll try to suck that cover right off the generator, so we got to put a bungee cord around that. So I got to do that. But getting back to what I was saying, we shut off the generator last night, and we ran all the lights on the RV, and that fan at 40% with one window open. We had the light on in the bedroom for I don't know how long. We charged our phones. We have the refrigerator running on propane, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the igniter on that, you know, something small like that. And then the water pump to pump our water. And the battery is at 93%. So, you know, that's what happens when you have a big battery. And I do disconnect the truck. I'm not a big fan of leaving the 5-pin connector connected. Is it a 5-way? Why did I think that? It's a 7. It's a 7-way. Why am I thinking 5-way today? That's weird. But anyways, that 7-pin connector, I don't like leaving it hooked up, because the truck's battery is attached to it and the lights are attached to it in some manner that, you know, I don't know if there's a feedback one way or the other. Of course, our solar is not doing anything right now because of the way that it is, and that's rain. So let me grab an umbrella, come out here and try to stay relatively dry, do all the work that I need to do, and get on the road. We'll pick it up later.
So we arrived at Carlisle, PA at the Flying J, and we're all set up, but boy, this is a busy RV stop for sure. Got a lot of cool RVs coming in, but our bikes are staying dry because it's been raining, and we're set up like we're camping. We took up the whole parking space. Anyway, we're here for the day. We're only like 30 miles away from Hershey Park Campground, where we're gonna check in tomorrow. And yeah, we got here early enough that we got the best spot. So we'll probably eat at crappy Denny's. I don't like Denny's. I never had a good meal, but we'll probably have lunch there. But anyway, it has been non-stop at the dump station since we got here. We got some water. We're gonna take some showers, and then we're gonna use the dump station tomorrow morning before we head out. If you get your Pilot Flying J card, credit card, whatever, it's only $5 to dump at the dump station. So, and then they have propane. I think it's like $3.79 per gallon, or however they measure that. If they have somebody certified that could give you propane. But we're not gonna run our generator tonight, just because of the fumes. See, we go back to that Mountain Lock. We'll be talking to him in Hershey, because this will work for certain situations, but we're not a fan of the exhaust. We're not gonna be able to do like we did last night. So yeah, there's more pulling in. It's gonna be a busy day. You know, everybody's checking into Hershey Park, either Thousand Trails or any park around Hershey, probably starting tomorrow. Tuesday's Industry Day, which we'll be able to get inside all the RVs and get you some content. Anyway, we'll pick it up later.
Good morning, YouTube. Early morning, YouTube. And welcome to the Flying J. And me being tired. Lots and lots of tired. So, I'm such a light sleeper. I hate it. I mean, it's good that I can keep an ear out for everything going on, but yeah, I've got an hour and so many minutes sleep. Thought I was going to show you the code, didn't I? There, didn't you? So I'm not quite with it. I've got the exhaust routed straight out here, and the reason that I've got the generator plugged in, even though we went to bed last night, and all last night we slept while it was relatively warm. I got up at about 4 o'clock in the morning after going to sleep at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then waking up using the bathroom about 3 o'clock in the morning. So went to bed at 1:45 or 1:35, got up at 3:30, went to the bathroom, then got up again at 4 o'clock because I heard the refrigerator beeping. So because of this weather being much like Ohio's weather, not enough sun, and we have been running exclusively on the battery, that one big lithium 200 amp hour battery. Now, we watched TV yesterday on the battery through Alexa. I have my internet connected. Of course, both Heidi and I took showers inside the RV through the using the water pump that runs on 12 volt. The refrigerator, again, that igniter has to have 12 volts of power to keep the propane, kicking on and off. And we had a rooftop fan on when we went to bed at about 40%. Well, we saw the percentage go down quite a bit, especially when I rolled in the slides on the battery last night before we went to sleep. We wanted to just play it safe. We didn't need the slides out past a certain point. So what happened is, you know, we just ran out of juice in the battery finally. I don't keep the truck plugged in. I don't want the truck's battery to be, you know, feeding this thing at all, except when we're driving down the road. So anyways, that's what I'm doing, or what I did is I had to charge the battery. So what I'm doing now is turning this stuff off, and we're getting ready to go over here and pump the tank out. Check out this truck's, obviously, his alarm system. Isn't that cool? Look at it. High beam, low beam, fog light, parking light. Or maybe that's the way, you know what, that could be the way that you check your lights on your vehicle, maybe, if they're working. I don't know what's going on. Now I see the hood's up because the headlights are shining down. Anyways, you guys can chime in on that. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's not an alarm. Maybe that's a safety thing. So I need to shut this generator off. I got to go around here. But yeah, that putting that exhaust pipe out that direction did a pretty good job. Now, I normally, you guys seen in the past, I run the exhaust pipe for the generator into the exhaust pipe of the truck. And Tim, one of our patrons, he says, why are you doing that? He says, do you think that exhaust is going somewhere or what? No, all I do it for is so that the exhaust doesn't lay up against something plastic like the bumper cap or the rubber on the flap or the plastic on the tail light or the strap for the tailgate or the plastic on the tailgate. I don't want that pipe just to fall down and, you know, melt something. So no, I know the exhaust just goes in there and hangs out and, you know, comes right back out again. I just throw it in there just for that reason. But it does hold pretty good form out like this, don't it? So anyways, I gotta go turn this generator off and let it cool down because I gotta get that pipe off there so we can start this little journey. We had somebody parked next to us in a truck. I'll read it for you guys. So if you come to this one, it's in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It says right here, motorhome and travel trailer parking only. And since everybody's stupid and think, well, they don't say nothing about box trucks, they go ahead and they come over here with their box truck. Dumb.
It's the same code.
Oh my word. So here's the deal what Heidi's talking about. Last night when we got here, yesterday, yeah, I should say last night, hell, it was the middle of the day, it was noon. It was actually before noon. We paid for dump to have the tanks dumped. We were going to dump the tanks because when we were at the Walmart in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, we used the black tank, and we put water in the fresh tank, and you know, we had a little bit of gray water. But Heidi suggested, why don't we fill up our freshwater tank even more than what we already had when we got here, and take showers, you know, and then just do a dump. Well, we had already purchased the code. Well, Heidi had gone in and talked to somebody who was relatively new, and they said the code is good, you know, indefinitely or whatever. But then last night we went back in and we asked about the code, and they said the code is only good for an hour. Here, neither one of them was right, or the first one was right actually.
That
And
might be our code.
maybe
I
it's
swear that,
code was the same as before.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
and that would make sense.
Maybe we'll just keep on trying to use that code everywhere we go. So what we're doing is I'm letting that exhaust pipe cool, which that's the biggest downfall. You know, see, this is why we had the whole generator mount system on the back of the old RV. We keep on talking about it. That thing, we had the solution. All I had to do was shut it off and unplug the cords, disconnect the fuel. I didn't even have to disconnect the fuel if I didn't want to. All I had to do was just unplug the cord from the RV and just drive away, and that's it. I mean, that's all you had to do. So in this case, now I've got to worry about, okay, is it going to rain? The generator's going to get wet. It's not going to get soaked because it does get protected. However, to put the cover back on, the generator's got to be cool, at least the exhaust stub that's sticking out. Yeah. So I'm going to pull the levelers up, and I got to get this exhaust pipe off. We'll get moving. We'll pick this up later, maybe when there's daylight. We're going to head to a Walmart that's in Harrisburg. Heidi's got some shopping I think she wants to do.
I got just a few things.
The Aldi's is in the same parking lot.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So we'll go do that, and then we'll head to the campground, see if they'll let us in early. Almost there. Getting ready to make our left on Sweet Street. This is kind of a little difficult to get to, I think, compared to some of the other places that we've stayed. Just a lot of interchanges. Don't be over 14 foot too, because all the bridges are real low here. But yeah, the camping resort, this is the Hershey Park, so it's kind of like the theme park part of the stay, if you're going to go to the theme park. But it's a nice little place. We called, they said we can get in early, which is good because I'm a sleepy.
Yeah, it's 9:15.
9:15. They said, yeah, you come on in. It's like,
check-in is 3 p.m., so just
down,
an FYI.
Down this little road, and we're going to get our site. This is a short update. We're here. We're set up. We're in our spot.
It's almost noon.
It's almost noon, and it feels like it's 6 o'clock at night. We had something to eat. The ice maker's making ice. The laundry maker's making laundry. Heidi's doing laundry in there. And we're whipped. We didn't have enough sleep, so.
For the last 2 nights.
2 nights. So this is your update, but we're here. We'll talk about the spot and more later. Heidi wants to know if you guys want her to stand up. We met our neighbors over here. I know her name's Allison. I'm not sure what his name is. They have a Rockwood travel trailer. Really nice conversation we had with them. But yes, we're at Hershey. I want to give you some of the details. The water pressure is great. The water quality is pretty good too, but the water pressure is great. It's very strong. This is one of the things that I kind of like about having that water system that we do with the filters and the softener and all that. Sometimes on the higher pressures systems like we have here, there may be a slight drop. It controls it better. Let's just say that. Now, if we have water pressure that's kind of low, it doesn't mean that our water pressure is horrible because we have a softener and a filter system. It's just that whenever it's higher, we found that we haven't been running our pressure regulator as much, which is kind of nice. So water, good. Electricity, very good. Electricity's at 126, and it's been 126. I turned on so much stuff in here, still 126. Now, right now, the campground is half full. No, a little bit more than half full.
Yeah.
So I expect even more people to come in, obviously, whenever we get closer to the show date. The electricity, the water. Oh, they have cable here. I think the cable's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good selection of channels. However, we didn't hook up to it. What we did hook up, though, is the Wi-Fi Ranger. Now, a lot of guys in the past have asked me about the Wi-Fi Ranger that comes in these units. What the Wi-Fi Ranger works for, as far as these RVs, is taking a signal that is outside somewhere, like in this case, in the campground, and it might be a little bit weak getting into, in our case, this aluminum cage that we're living in. You know, we have aluminum, even though, you gotta remember in these Rockwoods, this is aluminum structure here, this is aluminum structure up here, the floor is aluminum structure, not so much, it's wood, it's more wood there, but there is an aluminum frame still there, but the wall's aluminum there, the floor underneath me is aluminum, the roof up above is aluminum, the walls of the RV up high, they're aluminum, Everything's aluminum, so it's kind of a Farrah cage, if you guys know what that is. And that basically makes it to where the signal maybe has a little bit harder time getting in here, cell signal. Even though cell signals don't work like, you know, other like radio signals, it's tough for it to get in here. So the Wi-Fi Ranger puts an antenna on the outside that will help get that signal boosted a little bit that's on the outside and bring it inside. Not only that, but like in the case of this campground, when you sign on to the internet, it says, do you agree to these terms? Check it, and at that point it says, okay, you can be on the internet. Whenever I do that, like with my Amazon Fire Cube, you know, it doesn't like to do that. It doesn't like to, you know, that message doesn't come across the right way. It's more geared for mobile devices and computers. But if you have a network set up inside your RV using the Wi-Fi Ranger like we do, then what you can do is through the computer or the laptop in our case, we can sign on to the Wi-Fi Ranger. We can then through the laptop connect by agreeing to the terms that the campground has, and then once connected, the Wi-Fi Ranger will then allow me to connect all of our devices to the campground's Wi-Fi, but using my network that's connected to it. So what am I getting at here? Well, my T-Mobile internet's pretty good here. It's not bad. It's not 5G UC, but it's pretty good.
Right. We don't have to hook up to our AT&T.
Yeah, we don't have to hook up to do our stuff on our phone. Our AT&T router is good. It's about 80 megabytes, 70 to 80 megabytes down. It's been as low as 30 megabytes down. And the upload speed's about 12 to 14, about that range for upload, which is fine. That's very good. However, Hershey, and again, we're probably 3/4 full in this park, but Hershey's guest, this is no joke. You don't pay for this. I have paid for internet at some of these campgrounds that have been far worse than what this one is. This one here, if you connect direct with your phone, or direct with your laptop even, I've had speeds up to 60 down, and the upload speeds up to 20 up. With my phone, that's been up to 30 upload speed. So that is good. That's very, very good. So I went ahead and hooked up the Wi-Fi Ranger to that, and I went ahead and tried to watch a YouTube video in 1080. Right there, perfect. So Hershey's, kudos to that. You know, you are paying a little bit more of a premium to stay here, and you guys are going to ask, and we have no problem with that. The people across the street staying for 2 weeks, $1,200. We're staying for a week, $600. This is the highest peak, highest use, highest best resort park in the area, and they're going to charge you for it. So you can expect, and we're going to be here how long? 7 days?
6 nights.
6 nights.
A week.
Yeah, a week. A week.
So yeah, we the plus to this park is it will take you to Hershey, to the factory. I don't know.
Just talking about the candy factory.
Yeah, and it'll take you to the Giant Center.
Yeah, you can go to the Hershey Park Amusement.
Yeah.
Amusement park, and the Giant Center where the show is.
Yep. So yeah, that is a plus.
These shuttles are no joke. It's not like it's some old school bus or something. I mean, these guys are running some serious laps, and I think that's through Hershey. But nonetheless, they have a nice bus stop over there. We showed it to you in previous videos. So we're kind of gearing up to do the show tomorrow, which obviously we've got a lot of work to do to get to that point. Heidi's doing some laundry. We're going to probably take some nice long hot showers. We had to take a nap because of our, like you saw earlier.
I apologize. I've been yawning the whole time.
Yeah, we're still a little tired. Our sleep's messed up.
It's a good thing because now we're in a park.
Yeah.
And I think that we should be able to have a good night's sleep. We had a couple hour nap today.
Yeah.
Which we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, well, I was very tired. Only with 2 hours of sleep over last night, so get another 2 hour nap. That's
I'm glad to be yawning because that means I'm going to sleep tonight.
Wake up! That's it. That's pretty much the lowdown of the place. So I know the cable's good. Great cable. A lot of channels. I remember the last time we were here, we hooked up to it.
Yeah.
If you have to buy accessories here, a little expensive. We had to buy a
5-foot.
5-foot sewer hose extension. Which, did you go out there and did you walk around the RV at all?
Not yet.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
I'll
we'll
do
show that
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
It's dark now.
Yeah, it is dark. So the hose, we have two like 15-footers stretched all the way, and it's not enough. We could also have used a new Sidewinder sewer hose support thing, but it was $80 up there.
$85.
Even
plus
that,
tax.
even that 5-foot section of hose.
$47.
Yeah, they're proud of that stuff up there. But we needed it. But we could always, I'm sure, return it. Not used. We'd go to Walmart and buy the same thing and then return it. I don't know if that's the scrupulous thing to do.
It's stuff.
But anyways, we'll show you the campground tomorrow, or at least our site tomorrow. We've got our truck parked out front at an angle. We also have a fire ring, a picnic table. Again, Heidi will show you all that stuff. The sewer hose is kind of rigged up because we're kind of supporting it a little bit with bungee cords at the first part. But it'll do a good
You
job.
might find it at the Giant Center.
Yeah.
The
show.
next couple of days they might have a good.
Yeah, we
deal.
got to go to the show tomorrow and get it's industry day for us to go get press, and we got to go shoot video tomorrow. So
Yeah.
the storms, I don't know, they never happened.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have had high winds and stuff, but it hasn't happened so far.
So I think it's gonna start at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but the storms were supposed to happen today. We're supposed to have high winds and lightning and everything
60 mile
today.
an hour winds. Thank God we didn't.
Yeah, today. And some reason it hasn't transpired, so
That's what's going on right now. So we're in between the two.
looks like we
And
might get clipped.
this right here has changed. It was a lot of orange.
Which Heidi could say any color in the world, and I still don't know what she's talking about.
Well, maybe for the colorblind people, but us that can see color, there was a lot of orange over in this little strip of storms.
But we're not seeing it so far. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but maybe it might.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is the first day of the RV show. It's industry day, and I'm just going to show you around our site here. Each morning you can put out your trash. They'll come and get it for you, which is nice. And you can actually put it out in the morning and the afternoon. So this is our site. Yes, they are a little cramped. I would say a lot cramped, but let's see if you can. We won't be spending a whole lot of time here anyway, so I'm going to take you around here in a second to show you the other side. So this is how close we are to our neighbors, and this is our setup. We had to buy an extension for the sewer, but we need the Sidewinder. We need a little bit longer because the one we have is only like 20 feet or 15 feet, something like that. Looks like 20 feet. But anyway, the water's great. The pressure is super, like Mike said. And that's it. For the price of this park, you know, the sites are small, but it has all to do with the location.